Hey guys, thank you for coming back for another quick daily Bible reading. Today I'm going to be reading Nehemiah chapter 5, verses 1 through 12. In this chapter, Nehemiah is going to be getting some information from the people that the noblemen are basically charging them interest on things that they've borrowed. So they already didn't have the money in the first place, which is why they're borrowing, because there's a famine happening, and then they're being charged interest on top of that. And they're saying they obviously can't afford it. Why are they doing this? So Nehemiah's going to go talk to them and say, why are you being greedy, basically? Why wouldn't you do the godly thing and not charge these people interest when you know they didn't have the money in the first place? And so Nehemiah's going to stick up for the people, and that's what we're reading right now. Now the men and their wives raised a great outcry against their Jewish brothers. Some were saying, "We and our sons and daughters are numerous. In order for us to eat and stay alive, we must get grain." Others were saying, "We are mortgaging our fields, our vineyards and homes to get grain during the famine." Still others were saying, "We had to borrow money to pay the king's tax on our fields and vineyards. Although we are of the same flesh and blood as our countrymen, and though our sons are as good as theirs, yet we have to subject our sons and daughters to slavery. Some of our daughters have already been enslaved, but we are powerless because our fields and vineyards belong to others." When I heard their outcry and these charges, I was very angry. I pondered them in my mind and then accused the nobles and officials. I told them, "You are exacting usury from your own countrymen." So I called together a large meeting to deal with them and said, "As far as possible, we have bought back our Jewish brothers who were sold to the Gentiles. Now you are selling your brothers only for them to be sold back to us." They kept quiet because they could find nothing to say. So I continued, "What you are doing is not right. Shouldn't you walk in the fear of our God to avoid the reproach of the Gentile enemies? I and my brothers and my men are also lending the people money and grain, but let the exacting of usury stop. Give back to them immediately their fields, vineyards, olive groves, and houses, and also the usury you are charging them, the 100th part of the money, grain, new wine, and oil. We will give it back," they said, "and we will not demand anything more from them. We will do as you say." Then I summoned the priests and made the nobles and officials take an oath to do what they had promised. So he saw wrong happening, and he had to basically stop the work he was doing on the wall and go and speak up for these people because what they were doing was wrong, and he was saying it's not godly. There's no point in you charging interest on things you know they don't have in the first place. You're just being greedy. You're taking more from them than you need to, and they're being sold into slavery, and we're just buying the people back. Like, you're literally just making a circle go around. People are getting money lined in their pockets that this whole thing is unnecessary. So he's telling them to do the godly thing and stop, and he made them swear an oath to this. And I just thought that was not only is he building the wall trying to build up his people, but he's stopping them from hurting each other unnecessarily. Although it's never necessary to hurt anybody, but he's stopping them from keeping the cycle of greed and selling them into slavery and then buying them back. He's stopping the whole process. We need to treat each other better. We need to do better for each other. I'm building this wall to build up our people, so we need to stop the inner workings of deception and hurt within our people too. And I want you guys to think about that, about how the world is going right now. Just think about that. Have a great day. Bye.